9 reasons to say no to credit card. With credit cards and lines of credit abundantly available, getting what you want right away has become common practice regardless of whether or not you have the cash to pay for it. There are many popular excuses for convincing yourself this immediate gratification is acceptable. However, it isn't hard to understand why we have become a nation of debtors. Whether you need a gentle nudge to get back on track or basic knowledge to keep yourself out of control, here are 9 ways to talk yourself out of drawing on credit when you can't afford to pay cash. Number 1. Does not teach self-control. At best, an unwillingness to exercise self-control when it comes to money and rob you on financial security. At worst, an impulsive attitude towards buying can have a negative impact in other areas of your life, including self-esteem, substance abuse, and interpersonal relationships. Yes, exercising restraint may be difficult and boring, but it offers many rewards and advantages, from staying out of the hospital to affording your own home. Number 2. Means you don't have a budget. You don't have a budget? Well, don't disappear because it's easier than you think. For many people, budgeting is a great tool for keeping spending under control. It's easy to forget how charging a cup of coffee here and a new book there and add up during the month and get you in trouble. The solution is to plan your expenses and write everything down. Budgeting can be as simple as making a list that shows how much money you earn in a month, followed by a running total of expenses. The remaining balance will tell you how much you can spend. Number 3. Interest is expensive. The reason self-control is so important when it comes to finances isn't a moral or spiritual thing. It's a practical thing. Credit card interest rates are high, which makes your purchases more expensive. If you don't have the money to pay cash for something in the first place, you probably don't want to make it more expensive by adding interest to the price. If you buy an item for $1,000 using a credit card with an 18% interest rate, for example, and make the minimum payment each month, you will end up by paying $175 in interest after 1 year and still owe $946 on your purchase. Number 4. Rates rise with unpaid balances. To add insult to injury, the great annual percentage rate (APR) you thought you had on your credit card may have been an introductory rate, subject to increase if the balance is not paid in full. That's why an 8% APR can easily skyrocket to 29% in the blink of an eye. But that will never happen to me. You might say, I will pay my balance in full as soon as it's paid. You may have the best of intentions, but can get easily derailed by unanticipated expenses like car repairs. Number 5. A poor credit score affects a lot. If credit card balances go unpaid, your credit score will start to diminish and you may get an unexpected rate increase on your insurance bill. Insurance companies that check credit scores when calculating premiums may assume that if you can't pay your bills, you might let your car or home maintenance slide, or you might be an irresponsible person, making you a higher risk. Poor credit scores can generate other problems as well. Most employers run credit checks on job applicants and may not hire you if your score is too low. And your credit score is particularly important when purchasing or refinancing a home because it will determine the interest rate on your mortgage and whether you are eligible for a mortgage in the first place. Number 6. Bad habits risk your relationships. Students indicate that couples or families fight about money more than any other subject, and it can be an especially sensitive topic when others there's not enough of it. As a result, couples and families should work on budgets and financial self-discipline together whenever possible. Number 7. Financing leads to more spending. Many folks spend more money by purchasing unneeded or overly expensive items when they pay with credit instead of cash. This is psychological because buying $1,000 laptop or smartphone won't seem like a life change if you just sign a receipt and don't have to think about paying for a month. On the other hand, you can physically feel the thousand, hundred bills, $100 bills leaving your hand if you pay with cash, giving you a better sense of how much those items cost and how much money you have left in your now lighter wallet. To a lesser extent, this can also apply if you pay by check and immediately record the purchase in a checkbook that shows the impact on your account balance. Number 8 can lead to bankruptcy. If you go on several spending sprees without a plan to pay them off, or if your plan goes awry because you lose your job or get hit with medical bills, you may find yourself hopelessly in debt. Declaring bankruptcy will scar your credit history for up to 10 years, and when the report finally goes out,